Thing. There were 3 tornadoes that ended up touching down just southwest of San Antonio, but fortunately that big thunderstorm completely dissipated as it moved over Hays County. So the biggest threat ended up being flash flooding in our area. And I'll tell you what, there's some lucky people today to be alive after the close calls that we saw last night. And what caused those close calls? Well, it's easy to see up there in Burnett County, 5+ inches of rain across a big chunk of central and northeast Burnett County, 4 inches across much of the rest of the county, and all the way back down into Gillespie County. We saw 3.8 to 4-inch rainfall totals. They're pretty common down in that area as well. I wanted to show you some additional rainfall totals outside of the hill country. These were the average amounts. There were some higher totals here and there. We saw a couple of 3.1-inch totals right in Austin, but typically almost everybody had 2 to 3 inches, mostly 2.5 to 3 inches in the metro area, including 2.7 in Georgetown, 2.6 inches down in San Marcos, and right at 3 right in the middle of the city. Better than 3 inches over in Bastrop County, close to 3 inches down in Lockhart, close to 3 inches from LaGrange to Giddings. So this is one of those nice rainfall events where almost everybody got a really good soaking. Very few people were left out. Now, there were a lot of places up in San Saba County where the rainfall totals were a little closer to inch and a quarter. And I saw a few places up in northwestern Mason County where only about a 1/2 inch to 6/10 of an inch fell. But just about everywhere else, it was just super and exactly what we needed. And the lakes are continuing to come up. Again, Lake Travis may end up out of this whole storm system by next week up a total of 6 or 7 feet. So it's we're chipping away at this drought. We have a long way to go, but we are chipping away. And I bet when the new drought monitor comes out this week, it looks a whole lot better for many of us. Well, this is the storm system. You saw it still spinning out here over West Texas. It's not moved across the state yet. In fact, between now and Thursday, it'll only move from here up into Oklahoma. But we're in the dry sector of this storm now. Could we get a sprinkle or two, or maybe a light rain shower out of some of those darker clouds out there with a little bit of upper level energy tracking across the area? Certainly. But this type of system is going to put the heavy rain well off to the east. That's going to be over in Louisiana, up into Arkansas. Indications are some of those folks may end up with 5 to 7 inches of rain or more before this system is done. Around here, it'll continue to rotate around, and again, a little energy occasionally coming up the backside of it could send a wraparound shower our way. But in general, we've got a drying trend and a warming trend over the next several days, although it will be a little cool in the morning with low temperatures falling down into the 40s. We got up to 70 degrees briefly this afternoon. We're back to 66 degrees right now in Austin, and as you can see over the city, mostly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy back to the west into the hill country too, where temperatures are in the lower 60s. It's been cloudy there all day. A little more sun, as you saw over there in Bastrop County a few minutes ago. Temperatures therefore a bit warmer, 67 to 68 in most areas. Austin's mostly cloudy and 66. The airport 69 degrees under a mostly cloudy sky. The winds have come way down now. No wind at all here in the city. Pollen count, and remember this is a 24-hour tally taken at midday today, so a lot of this was probably washed out of the air with that heavy rain overnight. I think tomorrow's count will be more representative of what's actually flying around out there right now. But our latest tally was medium mold, high oak, mulberry, and hackberry medium. You'll likely see a lot of these same things returning into the counts tomorrow. Sycamore high, willow at 178 medium. Around Texas, 50s to the west, 60s here, and 70s down along the coast. Temperature-wise, our overnight low temperatures tonight will fall back, as I mentioned, into the 40s in some areas, cool in the morning, to near 50 degrees from the Austin area into our eastern counties, and then tomorrow afternoon should turn out to be just real pretty, with plenty of sunshine and afternoon high temperatures in most locations in the lower 70s. In Austin, we will continue to see mostly cloudy skies off and on overnight, a low of about 50. We'll start the day overcast, maybe even a little light fog. We've got so much ground moisture right now that'll sometimes translate into some patchy light fog in the morning, but then we'll see sunshine break through those clouds, and we'll get up to about 73 degrees in the afternoon. And on the 7-day forecast, let's warm it up even. First full week of spring here, 78 on Thursday, 82 on Friday, and we're thinking even warmer weather into the weekend. We could have put a slight chance of rain in next Tuesday. We'll wait and see, but overall, for the most part, the next week looks pretty dry.